Hello and welcome back. I wish I could tell you that I was, cheerful, happy, in a good place today. I'm not. I fixed my sleep schedule for all of 2 days. Now it's messed up. I really tried to take a break from doing tarot readings and my body won't let me. Like I said, I was doing good. I was going to bed at like 11, staying up till 4 a.m. I'm up till 4 a.m. now, but I was going to bed at 11, waking up at like 8, 9 in the morning, which is really good for me because I'm usually like a wake up at 4 in the afternoon kind of person. And I had like 2 days of that, was feeling great, loving it. And then like I've been being overcome with like, something's not right. Just something's not right. Anxiety. And not like the anxiety with the source, like psychic anxiety. So I guess we're doing a reading and I'm going to figure out what the hell is going on. Because please, if you watch this, I have to ask, please be patient with my energy and my tone, because I literally cannot describe to you in words how much I'm going through right now with whatever this vibe is. It's really taken a toll on my mood, my appetite, my ability to finish tasks, my ability to sleep, and it's been going on for the better part of the day. So I'm gonna apologize if I'm not my usual. I feel like I'm bubbly. Maybe you disagree that I'm not very bubbly. I feel like I'm bubbly and energetic and positive, and I'm going to try and keep that going. But I literally, like, unfortunately, in order to get into whatever this reading needs, I have to be in the energy of it, and it's not good energy. Ultimately good for your highest good, but like in the moment right now, this does not feel good to go through. But I hope you're doing better than I am. I would hate it for whoever's watching this to find themselves in this energy, and that's why you came to this reading, because honestly, this energy sucks. Lavender, surround yourself with love. And as always, we're going at it with oracle cards. All I can narrow it down. I'm going to try and just pick intuitively today. Another interesting thing with lavender, since it's here, is that I personally associate lavender with anxiety. As like an anxiety coolant. Also the color purple being that intuitive color. Oh, here's purple, as I was talking about it. Sensitivity, amusement, presence, and balance. This is making me want another one of the witch cards. I already think this is one of those split readings where we have your energy and somebody else's. Oh, that was my card. Bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Awesome. I know I pulled out. Did I pull it out? Or did I not? Where are my cards? Where are my cards? I'm looking for my decks. Well, if I can't find it, then it's not for me to use right now. Oh, I just saw it. Oh, ADHD and a curse is a curse. It was literally sitting right in front of me. All roads lead to Rome. You cannot get lost. You can't fix them, you can't help them. And the answers you need can be found in astrology. Interesting. I want a fourth card. And then I'm going to start talking, I swear, I promise. When I'm anxious, when I read, anxiety is like I'm acting out of jealousy and low self-esteem. When I have anxiety in my head, it's like overthinking. Like there's too much thoughts and none of them are productive. It's like I'm usually overthinking, to be honest, but this is like overthinking when it's like it's very negative talk. And a lot of the times with astrology, when I mean not astrology, ooh, that just came out, with tarot, when I channel, it's overthinking as well, but it's more positive talk. It comes from a different space, one that's rooted not in fear but in like love and positivity, or at least trying to be optimistic about the things that are going on. So it's really hard for me when I have anxiety going to, it's like they're giving me the image in my head of like a highway, and when there's like traffic on both sides of the highway, that's kind of what my brain's doing right now. Like I'm having a hard time even getting my head around what to say. Okay. I feel like this reading could be split down the middle. I feel like this is a line here, and when it says balance, I don't think you need to balance on the line. I think that this is what balance looks like, and this is when you're out of balance. But it's like there's a dividing line in your energy of like two different headspaces that you tend to be in, and you need to do your best to stay on this side of the line. If it may help you to figure out what the dividing line is that takes you from one side to the other. So here, because I'm going to start with it, because once I get this energy out of the way, I honestly don't want to go back into it. We have sensitivity, and in purple with intuition and sensitivity, I kind of see that as the energy of like someone who's you ever talked about how people who are empaths go out in public, and if you're an empath, you're like sensitive to the energies of other people, so you could go out in the crowds and have panic attacks immediately, because you're just not able, you're getting so much psychic information from strangers that it overloads your system. If you don't know what it is and you don't know how to block it out, that's kind of the energy of the sensitivity. It's like psychic whiplash. And with presence, I see it quite literally being the people around you. I feel like I've talked about this before in one of my videos, but when you are very intuitive, you have to be very careful with figuring out what's your feelings and what are feelings you're absorbing from other people, and figuring out where that line is. Especially with the you can't fix them, you can't help them, and I'm acting out of jealousy and self-esteem. Surround yourself with love. I want a clarification card for, no, I don't need a clarification card for that. Surround yourself with love. I feel like there's somebody close to you, and I don't mean physically close, I mean emotionally close, because this feels like, with these two cards, I don't think that you're like physically close to this person right now. I feel like they're going through a lot, and I think that you care a lot about this person. Maybe leaning into some codependent tendencies with them. I think you need to be very careful how much time you spend in this person's energy. I don't think it's beneficial to you at all. I think you need to figure out I feel like you are in this person's energy with the you can't fix them, you can't help them card, because my brain keeps getting talked back to this. I feel like you keep thinking about this person, ruminating over it, because you're convinced that there's something you can do here. You know what I mean? Or it's almost like an energy of like, I know that my friend needs help, but when they reach out for help, I want to make sure that I'm right there. So I'm going to stay by my phone. It's like almost you organize your day behind like, make sure that my phone is turned on in this. So if they do decide to contact me, I don't miss anything from them. Whatever this person is going through, they have to go through it alone. They do. And with the I am acting out of jealousy and low self-esteem, if it is a situation where you can't contact this person or you're not in contact with this person, but you're like bracing yourself for the contact, like I said, you know, going like, oh, well, they could call me any day now, I need to be ready. I think you need to understand that this person is in a state of being right now where they literally are only capable of hurting you. And it just is what it is. I don't know if they're going to bounce back from that, to be honest. I don't know if they're going to get better. I don't know if they're ever going to stop. But I just know that it serves you absolutely nothing to be involved in it. Because like it says, you can't help them. There's nothing here you can do to help them. There's nothing you can do to speed this process along if they are healing or if they aren't. It's honestly just straight up none of your business. I'm going to be real with you. I'm sorry if that's really aggressive, but I have to just take it as I'm getting it and they're giving me this energy. You have to leave them alone. And recognize that thinking about them, ooh, I just got the worst headache. Jesus Christ. Thinking about them, maybe that's what you get. Maybe you get headaches. Thinking about them, gets you into this. Maybe that's the line here between these two things is thinking about them. It's almost like you have to cast this person out of your brain as if they don't exist. And then I have you down here, which is with all roads lead to Rome, you cannot get lost. Amusement, stand up for yourself, balance, and the answers you need can be found in astrology. Well, I can start with the answers you need can be found in astrology. You can take that card quite literally. First of all, it's kind of intended to be taken literally, but if you take it metaphorically, it kind of means that if you're seeking to figure out what's going on, because I feel like there's something about this situation up here where you don't really know what's going on, and that may be why you keep going back to it and ruminating on it, because it's not making sense to you. If you seek answers, find them in spiritual means, astrology, tarot. You're not going to find them through this person. I don't think. I think this person, if anything, if you get any sort of clarity through metaphysical means, when you go to this person with them, you're just gonna end up like feeling like whatever you just learned is wrong, even though it's not wrong. It's like what I'm acting out of jealousy and low self-esteem. I don't think that I don't think this person is capable of showing their true face to the world. So say you do go, okay, well, I don't want to talk to them, but let me read watch a tarot video about them, and it says that they're healing, they're doing better, this and that, and then you go to like this person's social media or you go talk to them and they seem the same, it's going to make you think that whatever guidance you just got was bullshit. You got to see what I'm saying? Which serves no one, because the whole point is that this person is not capable. If they are growing and healing and changing, you're not going to be able to see it. It's just something about with this presence card, it's something about the way that they're operating is that you're not able to see it. Possibly because this person just doesn't, the way that you are able to communicate with or see them is just not a format in which they, show their true face to the world. Maybe you only see them at family events. And they always have a mask up because they're not comfortable on their family. Maybe you only, watch them on social media and they're very good at portraying a completely different persona on social media. You know how people kind of just pick the best pictures and the best moments and the wittiest things to put on social media to kind of create this idea that everything, because you go through your whole feed and you're like, oh my god, every picture of them is perfect, and it's like, and they look happy, and it's like, yeah, because they only posted the picture, they look happy. It's either that or they're so detached, or this might be the kind of person where they only joke about stuff, you know, only post memes, you know, never really get into their personal life. They're giving like those two paths. There could be something different, but there's something about this person where you're not able to like see the way that you can communicate is not giving you the full picture. Metaphysical, spirituality, and also with the answer you meet can be found in astrology. Your own intuition will also hold the answers. But I'm not gonna, don't ever look around for proof of those answers, because it's something very specific about this person. Is very, very good at holding a poker face. Very good at holding a poker face, very good at withholding information, very, very good at not showing what's going on in their life at all. And if they were more forthcoming with information at the past, them growing and changing, I feel like it might be a sign for you if they're starting to be more private about things, because maybe they were kind of like a hot mess before, and they didn't even have the self what is the word I'm looking for? They didn't even have the like, I don't want to say decency, but they couldn't even see themselves enough to feel ashamed about the situation they were in. Now they're starting to feel shame and they're hiding things. Like, a good example is if you have someone who like, ooh, I'm so sorry. The headache that I have is terrible. Maybe this person has headaches. I don't know. Maybe this person is like they have a drug problem. I'm just going to throw that out there. And they had no issue, like, just like talking about constantly, like how they smoke and this and that, or they do this and that with their friends, which do not think that I'm looking down on people who smoke. I mean, I'm talking about someone who has an actual problem, like uses drugs to escape from real life. I smoke, my friends smoke, not a huge deal. Ooh. My elbow got it. But say that's the case, and then now you're seeing that, like, they're not even posting that kind of stuff anymore. Now maybe only they post like quotes or like funny memes, and it's like, where did even the pictures about your day-to-day life go? It's because they're starting to feel ashamed. They're becoming aware that there's something, they're becoming aware that people saw the way that they were living. People would look down on them because there is something off about the way that they're living their life. Often unhealthy. Is what I'm getting. So now they're starting to hide it, like dial back. If you're getting even less from them, it's because they're becoming more aware of that. And then I have you down here with the all roads lead to Rome. I almost kind of want to put that next to the you can't fix them card, because they're showing up together in my head. It's, you know how I said you might be waiting for communication from this person, organizing your life in such a way that you don't miss it. With the all roads lead to Rome, you cannot get lost. Release that anxiety that there's anything that you need to do. You really got to put this completely in the universe's hands. If this person gets it together or whatnot, then they will, and they'll come find you if they want you in their life. Maybe they get better and they don't want you in your life. Maybe they don't get better and the universe has you two separated for a reason. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't, because the only things that can happen is what's meant to happen. Know that if they contact you, it's for your highest good. Know that if they're meant to contact you, no power in the universe. When you have something like synchronicities, like you looking up okay, I'll tell you a story. I was watching tarot video today of another YouTuber, because that's what I do in my spare time because I'm a nerd. And I was shuffling cards from my deck, like in my hand, as I was listening to the reading, because just something told me to. So I like had was cards falling out, and every single time I flipped a card over, the YouTuber tarot reader would name the same card, even if they had already picked it up and it was on the table. Like, I would flip mine over and she would go, oh yeah, the Queen of Wands is here, and I'm like, this is the Queen of Wands. This is synchronicity. Do you know how coordinated down to the millisecond the universe has to be in order for things like that to not be a coincidence? Because there is no such thing as coincidences. I had to be in the right time, in the right place. The cards had to be in the right order, and they had to fall out at the exact perfect time for that to all happen. It happened multiple times. So if something like that can happen, what makes you think the universe is going to miss reuniting you with this person. You're not going to miss it. You're not. You can't. I had a feeling that somebody that I no longer speak to was trying to manifest me back into their lives, you know, like dreaming about them, thinking about them a lot. And I opened my phone one day, got out of bed, got on Instagram, and I never use Instagram, and I also never ever watch Instagram stories. But today I did. I randomly was just like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, something was telling me like click that story, so I clicked, and it wasn't that story, but I clicked through, and even though I have this person like blocked on everything, a friend of a friend posted a picture of them, and I saw it, and I was like, through their story, and it was like the universe put me right there in that spot to see it through circumstances. Like, I didn't have to wake up and check my Instagram live every day just to make sure I saw, you know, I didn't miss anything from that person. I didn't have to stalk them. I saw what I was meant to see. I hope I'm making sense. I'm sorry, the headache that I had is getting like exponentially bigger. But it's almost like you need to like let go of the idea that there's anything here for you to do. It's going to come together exactly the way it's going to come together. Your toxic trait at this point is not working on your problems by worrying about everybody else's problems. It's like, I don't know if you realize it, but it's like a coping mechanism where you get overwhelmed by your own life. And so you try and like, I don't want to say meddle in other people's lives, but that's almost kind of the energy I'm getting here, is that there's almost kind of an energy of you feel like if this person gets their life together, they'll come find you and get your life together for you, or that it'll be easier for you to get your life together if there's two people. Maybe the thing here is that you need to realize that you can do it by yourself, that you don't need this person, because right now what you're kind of doing is going, my life is really difficult, I have these things that I don't want to work on. So what I'm instead going to do is engage in the fantasy of fixing this other person. And you like rationalize it as, I'm being a good, caring friend, partner, family member, whatever. I want this person to do better. I'm just very invested in their life. I'm doing what a good friend would do and prioritizing them. Nope. It is almost an addictive behavior that you have, that you use to like cope. Worrying about other people's problems so you don't have to worry about your own, which backfires every single time because you eventually start worrying about your problems. It's like when you go and, like I said, you can't fix them, you can't help them, you will go and try and fix this person's problems for them, and then when it doesn't work, it just backfires and you get a like huge wave of like self-loathing of like, oh, I should have been able to help. The only reason they're still suffering through that is if I was a better friend, if I was a better partner, they'd be better by now. It like doesn't work because you can't actually help anybody for them. You have to let them help themselves. You can only help you for you. But by inserting yourself in this narrative as the healer, the therapist friend, the mom friend, you're kind of just like hurting yourself. And you're not doing these people any favors. I'm not going to say that you're hurting them, but I think that you are enabling them. Maybe they feel like they don't have to get their lives together because you're going to swoop in and help them. It creates, that's what I had, like codependency at the very beginning. It creates a nice, nasty cycle for both of you. I, for once, I think, am not going to use all of my decks because I don't think I'm going to make it much longer with the headache that I have right now, but I'm going to try and get a couple more cards out. Consider this a short one. I'll take these two. Wounds, childhood trauma affects this relationship. True love, this is the one you've been waiting for. So I'm going to double down on that codependency thing with the childhood trauma affects this relationship. If you had a parent that has narcissistic qualities, or a parent that was emotionally unstable, and like I'm kind of getting the image of like a parent who or friend or family members, anybody that you dealt with that was really important in your life, and it could have been several people, that when you were a kid, if they were in a bad mood, they would take their bad mood out on you. You know, I'm getting like the image of the mother that comes home from work and she's had a hard day in work, and you know, she'll come home and look for any excuse to yell at her kids to get rid of that like anger, that pent-up anger. If you had a parent like that, that might be what you need to heal here. Maybe just understanding that's a behavior that you have, because from a very young age, you were put in charge of other people's emotions. If you know that your parent is one of those people who will take out their rage as you as a child make it your job to what is the word I'm looking for? To kind of think about your parents' needs ahead of time. Try and figure out what's going to make them angry. I'm almost getting the image of, like, you know how the flower girl puts down the petals before the parent, before the bride. It's almost like that. Like, you would go ahead of them and, like, make sure everything was fine and cool, because they have forced you to avoid being yelled at. You have to monitor your own parents' state, mental state, which also can induce anxiety. So if you suffer from anxiety, that could be one of the reasons why. If you had a parent or, like, really close person that was like this. I hope I'm making sense. I'm sorry it's so hard to talk around this headache. It's like if I'll take that. You had to like think of your parents' needs ahead of time. I'm getting, like, knowing the little things, like something as simple as, like, breaking a dish in the house in the wrong day could have set your parent off, to the point where you end up doing everything, like, I'm getting, like, an image of doing everything, like, trying to do everything perfect so that you don't set your parent off. Because even if it was a genuine accident or something bad happens, even if, like, your dad pisses off your mom, you know, your mom is going to take it out on you. So you would, like, mitigate your parents' marriage. You know what I mean? Like, almost be like a little miniature child counselor and try and avoid conflict and arguments and mediate. That's the word I was looking for. Mediate conflict. So that you don't get yelled at, and understand that that's where this behavior came from. It could be. I have now's lucky time. Use your mind wisely, and freedom is yours. With this use your mind wisely card, I'm going to straight up say that you have learned a lot of skills of conflict resolution, nurturing, taking care of people, healing stuff, giving people good advice from that childhood trauma that made you this way. So with use your mind wisely, you need to start using all of those skills and applying them to yourself. Nurture yourself, nurse yourself, psychoanalyze yourself. Do not worry about what this person's going through. That is their problem to fix. You have your own problems that you need to fix, and every single time you dip out, it's different if you want to, like, look at where this person's issues affected you. That's fine, but you don't really need to go into any deep dives into this person's psyche. Figure out what their childhood trauma is, figure out what your childhood trauma is, because it's hurting you, and you can actually fix that. Freedom is yours, and now is the lucky time. If you felt like I did the beginning of this video, that yuck that yuck energy, the freedom is yours, and now is the lucky time. Cards are 2 cards that are just kind of just letting you know that I feel like you're going to be on an upswing. I feel like you're in a hole right now, and you're gonna go up. With freedom, I also see that as freedom from this cycle. It's almost like I feel like I'm not telling you about anything new. I feel like you may have known this about yourself, and maybe you fell back into a cycle that you're trying to heal from, which is cool. It takes a while to break habits. Page of Wands. The true love, this is the one you've been waiting for cards. They're telling you to allow the person to apply that, because I feel like this may confirm a relationship dynamic for some of you, or a twin flame dynamic. If not that, if you just don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, then take that true love as to mean yourself. That you need to be nurturing yourself. The person you've been waiting to fix you is you. Yeah, if you've been feeling pretty crummy lately, because of this person's energy, just know that it's the worst of it is over. For the moment anyways. Whatever you've been feeling, it's like if you've been having a bad week, it's about to, like, turn itself around. I'm just getting overwhelming. Overwhelming, like, optimistic energy. Sorry. from somewhere. I'll figure it out. From here. All I heard was one more card. Page of Wands, Five of Wands, and Eight of Swords. Sorry, Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and Eight of Swords, if anybody who was wondering. I think I'm going to close out with this card and then go get some rest. Now that I can finally sleep, I can feel it halfway through. They were like, do a tarot reading and then you can go to sleep. Got it, good. However many of these come out, I'm going to take these as the closing affirmations and leave it. I'm sorry this one isn't as spicy as my regular readings. It just seemed just like a quick emergency reading for somebody. Oh no, I understand the Page of Wands. What do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. If you take that advice, first of all, but if you feel like you don't know what your heart's true desire is, I do have a Page of Wands here. So know that you're figuring it out. It's going to come to you. You're learning what truly makes you happy, but you can't really see what makes you happy quite yet because you're still kind of like being obscured by what's best for this other person. It's almost kind of like you want the solution that makes everybody happy. You need to be worried about what makes you happy. But you're being guided to figure this out. That's what this whole process is about. But for the time being, if you feel anxious and like crap like I do, you need to it's sorry, it will not hurt you to not give a shit about other people sometimes, especially when its energy is damaging as this. Just if you feel like crap, really marinate in how this person is making you feel, because I feel it and it feels like crap. And ask yourself, maybe you feel like you have to hold on to this crap feeling, because if you don't, you won't care about them. And it's like, if giving a crap about the situation makes you feel this badly, it can't possibly be good for you. So just let it go and forget about it. Like, really let them go through what they're going through and don't let them back in until they're better, because this is none of your problem. You need to figure out what you want, what makes you happy, and do that. Okay? Already done here. I hope that helped. I hope you feel lighter. I hope you're having a better day than I am. Honestly, I might just leave all this stuff out here. I literally was not tired at all before I did this reading. And I was like, you're really not going to let me sleep? And I got up and did the reading, and halfway through they were like, okay, now you can sleep. Love that for me. Being a psychic, man. Jesus. As always, like I said, I hope this helped. Have links below for my Venmo, CASHAPP, PayPal, all that good stuff, because I do this completely pro bono, which is awesome, and I love doing that for you guys. But my skills and expertise are worth something, and if you have it in your budget or heart or feel so inclined, I would graciously, accept any handouts, whatever. I hate the word handouts. Why did I say that? I'm so sleepy. I'm literally falling asleep at the table. Okay, I'm going to end this video. See you guys next time. Bye.